Namaste and a happy International Yoga Day. Join me for some yoga today through some gentle movements and stretching for your body. If it's your first time, just hop onto the mat and follow along. We're going to be doing some easy, simple poses. And if you've been practicing for a while, then feel free to modify the practice as per whatever you think is right. So, whenever you're ready, jump onto the mat and come to a seated cross-legged position. Just a simple, easy cross-legged position and then hands on your lap. Close your eyes. We're going to start by arriving in this moment. So, through this flow, let's try to be connected with our body and mind. Slow down and be aware of the sensations without judging them, without controlling them. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gently open your eyes. And then right away, bring one palm on top of your opposite knee. So if you want, you can bring your right palm on top of your left knee and then turn to the back, bringing your left palm behind you. Push the floor away with your left palm. So you get that lift with your chest as you turn to the back. Breathe in, breathe out. And then release and come back to the center. And opposite side, left palm on your right knee and right palm behind you as you turn to the back. Keep your chest lifted. Find this opening with the upper body. Breathe in, breathe out, and gently release and come to the center. Beautiful. Now lift your hands up, breathing in, high prayer, and then bring your hands wide and down next to your hips. One more time, lift your hands up, breathe in, bring your hands next to your hips, breathe out. Beautiful. Let's bring our our feet to touch together and then release your knees out wide to the side. And keeping your chest lifted, if you want, you can bring your heels closer to the center of your body. Just opening up the inner thighs as our knees fall out to the side. If you want to feel that sensation a little deeper, close your eyes. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, tip forward with your head. If you want, you can grab a hold of your feet as you bring your forehead towards your toes. Feel that deep opening in your inner thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly lift your head up. Close your knees like a book. And then bring your feet about hips width distance in front of you. And hands next to your hips. And lift your hips up. Drop your head back. Reverse tabletop pose. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring your hips down. And move your knees from side to side like a windshield wiper. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. And then let's bring our legs to one side and then find a tabletop position. So hands and knees, fingers are spread out. And once you find that neutral tabletop position, go ahead and open up your hips. So move your hips from side to side, stretching them, and then come back to stillness. Cat cow poses. Drop your belly button down, look up, breathe in. Cow pose. Round your spine. Breathe out. Cat pose. Breathe in, drop your belly button down, lift your chest up. Breathe in and round your spine, push the mat away. Breathe out and come back to the center. And now bring your right leg back. So come on to the toes of your right foot and just rock back and forth moving your body weight from your palms to the ball of your foot, allowing for that opening in the calf muscles on the right side. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. And then plant your right foot down on the mat and lift your right hand up, supported side plank. Now, as you breathe in, lift your right leg up and breathe out. With control, bring it down. Breathe in, lift your right leg up, and this time bring your right hand all the way forward. So you find this nice extension from your right fingertips all the way to the outer edge of your right foot. Breathe out, bring your right leg down, and lift your right hand up. And this time, breathe in and lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee, bring your right palm behind you to hold the foot with your palm, and open up your chest to the front of your space. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your right knee down and your right palm down. Beautiful. Let's take child's pose by bringing our big toes together to touch. Bring your knees wide and then set your seat on your heels. Bring your palms forward and bring your forehead down to the mat. Remember that child's pose is always available to you throughout the practice. It can be a moment for you to connect with your body and mind. Be aware of how you feel. Maybe rest between the poses. Or if your mind is distracted, then bring yourself back to this moment. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift your chest up and then come to a tabletop position again. This time, bring your left leg back behind you. Come on to your left toes and move forward and back, bringing your body weight, shifting it forward, shifting it back. And plant your left foot down so the toes are pointing the long edge of the mat and lift your left hand up. Breathe in, lift your left leg up. Breathe out, bring your foot down. Breathe in, lift your left leg up and bring your left hand all the way forward and bring your left leg down and left hand up. Breathe out. Breathe in, left leg goes up, and this time bend your left knee, grab a hold of your foot with your palm and lift your chest up. So open up to the side. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your hand and your knee back to the mat to find that tabletop position. Beautiful. Bring your palms forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips up, downward facing dog. Drop your heels one at a time on the mat just to open up the back of your leg on each side. Keeping your hips lifted, doing this movement allows for isolating those stretches and then come back to stillness. Keep your gaze in between your big toes to the back as your hips are lifted, pushing the mat away with your palms. Helps your upper body meet your lower body a little closer. Breathe in, breathe out. As you breathe in, come to a plank pose. As you breathe out, bend your elbows and with control, bring your knees down and then your chest and chin down to the mat. Untuck your toes, lift your chest up, baby cobra pose. Breathe in and then lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe out. Now we're going to bring our knees to the outer edges of the mat. Big toes touch and then set your seat on your heels to find child's pose again. Think about how your body feels. Slow down your breath. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, lift your chest up. And then, as you're coming to tabletop position, bring your knees a little bit to the back. And then, with control, bend your elbows and bring your entire body down to the mat. And let's come on to our forearms. So, plant your arms on the mat. Lift your chest up. So, your lower body is bearing the weight, and then you're just lifting your chest up. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and look to the front. Breathe in, breathe out, Sphinx pose. And then bring your palms on either side of your chest. And we're going to try bow pose today, Dhanurasana. So bring your hands next to your body and your forehead down to the mat. So begin with lifting your hands up and your head up, and then release down to the mat. This time bring your hands, head and your legs off the mat. So you're just balancing on your lower body, abdomen. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, release everything down. Now bend your knees and grab a hold of your feet. Lift your chest up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Bring your hands next to your, on either side of your upper body. Lift your chest up. And then come to a tabletop position and bring your body to one side and scoot forward with your knees facing up. You're gonna slowly come onto your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Bring your shoulder blades together behind your back as you interlace your fingers to lift your hips a little further. You can stay here if you're comfortable, or bring your weight on one foot, lift your other foot off the mat. Breathe in, bring your foot down, and then opposite side. So bring your weight to the other foot and lift the opposite leg. Breathe in, and then slowly breathe out and bring your hips down to the mat. Move your knees from side to side, opening up on each side, and then drop your knees all the way to one side and stretch out the other arm for a supine twist. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then come back to the center and release your knees to the opposite side and your arm to the other side. Breathe in, breathe out, and come back to the center. Give yourself a big hug, wrapping your arms around your knees. And then bring your knees wide. Grab a hold of your feet for happy baby pose. Massage your lower back. Take any movements that feel comfortable to you towards the end of the practice. Stretch and release. And then slowly bring your feet all the way down and your hands by your side. And let go of your entire body on the mat to find Shavasana or final resting pose. Slow down your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Yoga is not about being perfect with every pose. It's about meeting you where you are. Slowly start wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Bend one knee and the other, and then turn over to face one side, keeping your eyes closed. Push the mat or floor away as you come to a seated cross-legged position, and then bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Atha Yoga Anushasanam, one of the Yoga Sutras that says that now the yoga journey begins. Hope you find peace and mindfulness through this yoga practice. Thank yourself for showing up on the mat, and I thank you for letting me guide you through this practice. Namaste.